The more you know. And welcome in YouTube. We are live. This is episode number 5. Yeah, we're recording. So Mark Talk was just like, I learned that you can update this screen. You sure can. You go into options and I believe it's here in graphics.
I also learned that you can press F12, you can enter cinematic.
Interface.
Here we go. Mini background. So you can do random, you can do the core, royalty. Man, the graphics are so good on this. Ideology. I love the new graphics, each one. It's actually my back screen right now. I'm sure many have noticed that I've got the Anomaly or the Odyssey as my background right now. We could do random. I like random.
At the bottom.
But yeah, if you look at my my background, I've made it my screen.
I'll do random so I can see all of them.
I also learned if you press Alt 4 helps a lot.
Don't listen to Pricey Boy. Pricey Boy, that's bad. Wood, welcome in on the YouTube side. Eboa, welcome in. Yeah, it's pretty cool that you could do that. So for those that didn't know, you go to interface and you can change the background. Cool. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hop in. Hope you guys are doing well. We've got a little over 2 hours of playing today. If you have any questions, let me know. So we've currently got assault rifles. We're trying to make our base more secure, and that will be expanding this out. So one thing is we're going for assault rifles, so we need to min-max our kill box, right? So we need to figure out what our length of our weapon is, and then
I couldn't resist the joke.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, I know, Pricey Boy, I know. So we sent a trading caravan out, and all right, they have stuff that we can't afford anyways. We're just going to continue on. So that'll happen from time to time. You'll encounter traders or out on your caravan. You'll get ambushed. That's why we sent Buffalo out. Usually I like my caravanning guy to have Go Juice on him and also a shock lance just in case. We're being a little risky here. That would be my preference, would be to have him have a turret backpack. You can't do that in the base game. Shock lance and some Go Juice. So back to this.
I also learned that the weird temperature scale that most of the world doesn't use is also built into the game.
Yeah, Celsius.
Face.
Yep. So that's why I have a mod for that.
S6H says the Rice Priest has come.
Yo, mustache. Welcome in. So we're going to look at our weapon and we're going to look at the range. It's 31. So basically I want our guys to hit that from the back of the kill box. And so we're going to go into orders. Buffalo's food. Oh, that's fine. We're going to go into planning this, and I want it to be from here to 31. And I want this to be the back. Oof. All right, we're going to go from here then to 31. Okay, so I want to put a spot here, a spot there, there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, there. So we're going to build this out all the way to that. And then I think I can copy this. Copy, and can I flip it? Can I rotate it? E. Yeah, there we go. So we want it to go past that by 2. All right, so that's our kill box. It's going to be our new design. We're going to build out this one first since we have the assault rifles. Oof. Rough. We can't build on there.
Says hi. Do you have any videos on your heatbox killbox design?
I sure do. I think it's Burnbox. Is it this? So check out the shorts, and here's the short right there. Cool. It posted it for you. Check out that one. That's the Forever Burnbox. It's the more complicated of the two. You can make a Burnbox. We're gonna make this out of wood. Oh, we can't even make that out of wood. Okay, then we're gonna redesign where we put this.
Do raiders ever attack those doors around your walls, or do they always head for the open kill box?
It's a great question.
UIL
Raiders
Rice Priest says,
will pick a random spot. So when raiders come in, if they don't have a target, they're going to randomly bash your wall. Once they destroy that wall, then they'll assess a new target. And if you have double walls, like we're going to have, then they'll go get a new target. So there's a chance that a raider will come and attack this. But the likelihood of attacking this and then attacking that right immediately after is very slim to nil. All right, I don't want this. We're going to redesign the spot that this is in.
I tried the headboard and could not get it to work for the life of me.
The heat box. So common mistakes people make, and I don't have one built here, but let's build one out. So when you make this thing, I always start from the bottom left corner. This is where the heat comes out. So you have to build these doors. Once they get built, you have to keep them opened, and you have to make sure it's all roofed. And then to that, you have to attach your vents, and they have to be facing into the doors. So I start with one direction, and then I rotate the last two. That's the inner part of it.
Thanks. Good to know.
Door logic is crazy in this game.
UILD Rice Priest says, I put one column, cover it with the maximum roof, and some raiders I break the column and the roof deals a lot of damage to such raiders.
You can do that. That is one of them. That is definitely one of the kill box strategies. Okay, so we're back over here. So I don't want to be next to that when I build this out. So we're just going to move this down a little bit. So we're going to copy it. I'm going to move it up here. I'm going to delete that. Copy it again, and voila, look at that. And now we need to find the middle point of that. So we'll go from here to there, which is 39. What's the middle of 39? Would be 20? So 20 there, 20 there. So that'll be our enter point. Yeah, we're having to redesign our kill box because of this. And that's one thing you have to take consideration of. And there is a toggle down here for those that don't know. Check out your toggles. This shows where you can't build.
Michiel van der Velde says, do you like using turrets at all?
I don't like using turrets as a source to delete the enemies. I like using turrets as a source to cause... Man, in Rimworld you can cause collision with turrets, but I like to cause aggro with turrets. So my use cases for turrets aren't typical in kill boxes. So we'll use turrets in this run, and we're currently researching turrets right now. One of the biggest reasons to rush to turrets is it's a way to counter center pod drops. So the way center pod drops work is if you have a powered orbital beacon that is not roofed, there's a 40% chance that center pod drops will land on them and a 60% chance that they'll drop on top of your pawn's head. If you don't have one, then it's a 100% chance that they'll drop on your pawn's head. When they drop on your pawn's head or they try and drop on a orbital trade beacon, the very first target that they have is to a powered turret if they have a path to it. So what I like to do is I build a turret out here and I leave this door open always. That way if a raid comes in and they land here, their number one target is going to be run out this door and then go and kill that. What can happen is if your pawn shoots them, they'll reassess their target. So the way to do it is when you get the center pod drop, you grab all your pawns, you run them to where you want to ambush them, and then you can kill them one at a time. You get all your pawns and you shoot one specific target.
UILD Rice Priest says, I once placed a little more columns. Half the map was covered in roofs, and I just broke the columns from a distance with a flamethrower, and I won 2 raids without taking any damage. Good tech.
I like it. The problem with that, for me, is the rebuild time on it, but I don't think it there. I mean, it's a great strategy. I love the kill boxes. So we're going to shift this. So I'm going to close this door and that door. And we're going to start breaking some of this stuff down. We don't need it. I do want these walls. I don't need these walls. I don't need these walls. We'll keep that. We'll probably make it double wide. Hold on, come here, buddy. I want to start working on this. So we're no longer going to have a box. You know what? Maybe while we're doing this, I don't do that. Okay. I'm second guessing myself because I don't want to keep... Like, if a mech raid comes right now, I don't want to be exposed to it while we're fixing this. We don't have EMP still yet, do we?
Michiel van de Velde says
Oh, we
spiky
do.
traps take too much resources in Lee opinion.
Spike traps are a tremendous asset to your colony. But they do take resource and time.
I think the blurb overrode my question being read.
You missed your stream where you build the walls. Was there a specific size you want enclosed? Or is it just what you... So typically when I'm building it, it depends on my run. But I usually am building it based off of what I see here. So when I built this out, I like 3 wide. And I didn't want to have to build south of this and come here. So I just built in front of that. And I like using structures like mountains because then I don't have to build walls. So if there was more of this, I would have designed the box around that. Yeah, TTS only reads up to 25 words. Thank you, Linzar. No, I just told you guys not to do that. My bad. That's my bad. Markadillo. Mark's doing a marathon stream today. Mark is a UG, one of our UG streamers. Well, we have 2 Marks in here that are UG streamers. And a Martok. And Mark is doing a 12-hour Project Zomboid stream
Trying to
today.
learn what's too big or small for base sizes.
It really is a preference. Like, I mean, you could go this whole thing. But then it's going to take your pawns a lot longer to get to the walls. I like doing a small one because when a raid comes in, it takes them a long time to run from the edge to our walls. And then we can ambush them better. Mainly the biggest threat I'm thinking about are breacher raids. So when I have a breacher raid come, I have enough time to react to get to where I need to get to. You're verbose.
I'm verbose, so TTS will probably ignore much of what I say, LOL.
I doubt it.
Markadillo just doing PC the whole time.
UIL Derice Priest says, Daggeth, what is your favorite mech? At any level, and why? Mine is a Legionnaire, has a shield and a lot of HP. Good if you have more than 2 pieces, and a medium needle launcher.
My favorite mech
all of what you say,
is the Tunneler. I like the Tunneler because he has a shield. Also, if you don't have any mining pawns, you can just set him to mine. But he's a great melee locking robot. Comes with a shield belt, has some hit points. So, like, my favorite one to use is that.
I also like Tunnelus.
Plant, come over here. Really? Come on. One at a time, guys. Do I have you guys on haul right now? I might have them on haul. I do. So this is my fault. I must have been doing some sort of cleanup at the end of last stream and I never switched this back. So what I noticed was that our planters were coming out here and harvesting one and then hauling back. This is a great tool, but it's also a thorn in the foot if you do what I just did. They become very, very inefficient. So you just got to keep your eye on that. No wonder things weren't getting done. They'd come down and break a wall. Oh, my bad. They'd come and break a wall and then they'd return it. And look at that. We got the Devil Strand going. Shrink that because I'm not going to build there. Not going to build there.
UIL the Rice Priest says a rig on legs with a smoke charge and it has HP like a Trumbo.
It does have HP, strong HP. Daggeth. Let's see. Yeah, that's my favorite for sure. I haven't really used some of the other ones though. Like I can imagine a queen is pretty strong. But I can only imagine the raid points on a queen. Goose is outside hunting. He likes the bunnies right now. There are so many bunnies out there. But he will have treats. And Diago, do you want a treat? Hold on, let me see if I can set Diago's bed over here. I'll be right back. Watch the colony for me.
Thank you for the follow, Crypteries. Yeah.
We got a Diago cam set up right now instead of a Goose cam. I am working on getting the Diago cam set up permanently. Whoops, that's zoomed.
At Markadillo, was wondering if you fancied something like Jackbox or Gartic Phone for a bit.
Oh, bust, he's not here right now. He took his treat and ran. He said, nope, I'm not chilling on that spot right now, Dad. So Mark says he's planning on doing 12 hours. He thought, okay. And we had a follow. Kryptone, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. You know what? I think building this out is more important than this. So we're going to pause that. Let them build what they're building, and then we'll move on to the next project.
Eve's seen like millions of your tips in YT shorts.
Excellent. Excellent. I hope they're helpful. Come on. Come on, guys. Get on it. There we go.
ULD Rice Priest says I only use devil cloth for things that can't be made from thick leather, and my colonists have no armor like body armor and other 100% bulletproof armor.
All Shedletsky must die says YTHW thick walls.
More protection. So the more thick your walls, the thicker your protection. So go for thick walls. Thick walls are good. And 3, I get the question, why not 5? Why not 7? Why not 3 doors? Do it. Absolutely. It's just, I've found that 3 is kind of the sweet spot for efficiency and preventing mechs from getting into your base. Also, one thing that I'll do sometimes is if we're getting a ton of mechs into our base and they start breaking one and I need to stay in my compound, I can just add a layer on the inside.
UILD Rice Priest says if they also install a hard skin gland, they will have more than 100% protection.
You only use double cloth for things that can't be made from thick leather. You know, it's all preference. I mean, I can keep an eye out for rhinos and elephants and stuff like that. Megasloths, I love getting Megasloth for their heavy leather. Wait, we have an assault rifle sitting on the ground. We need to pick that bad boy up. That must have just gotten made. All right, things that we can sell. We do not need this much cloth. We need... How many pawns do we have? 6? I think it's like 40, so like 240. So we're going to get rid of 200. Medicine, well, that's fine. Don't want a barrel right now. We'll sell some of our ambrosia. They're like, no, I want the ambrosia. We'll sell 8 of our smoke leaf. Okay, that's too much, so we'll get the medicine from them. Let's get some packaged meals. Perfect. And look at these guys.
The boomalope got injured.
It would be a shame if this boomalope got injured, because then we would lose our chem fuel generators. But then we would just switch to another kind. So it wouldn't be the end of the world. Oh, what's up, dude? Welcome in. Exotic goods trader. Okay, if there's something in here that's super helpful for us, we might just do the sneaky trick. I don't want too much wealth, though. Ooh, okay, this guy needs to go. So we're going to do a little trick here. Again, this is, I want to show you guys, since this is a beginner's guide. Be careful doing this. Every single time you hit the Muffalo, you lose faction. You can get all the way down to -65 before they come hostile. So take a single pawn. We want this Muffalo right here. You want your pawn to be standing next to it. So it's this one. I'm going to let him come out. You hit him. Terrible shot. You shot him in the ear. No, shoot him like shoot him in the sternum. In the body. 13 hours.
Let Buffalo shoot the Muffalo.
Oh, that would have been a good idea. We could have. 13 hours is probably long enough. So what's going to happen is he's going to bleed out. And when he gets to 60% blood loss, he falls down. And when he falls down, anything that he's carrying becomes yours on the map. They walk off. Okay, that's this guy. I was like, what is it? What? No, they're leaving. No. Okay, this guy just gave us a bunch of silver. So are there other things that we want from these guys? We can go for their components. So let's go for their components.
Says take a shotgun, more damage per shot.
Yeah, that's what we used. We did the shotgun. Now you do lose faction depending on how much damage you do. But I didn't want to use an assault rifle because it bursts 3 shots and they'd count 3 times against you. That's why it's important to use a shotgun. So I want to get as many components as possible. Do we have plasteel on our map? We must. Yeah, okay. That's the problem with playing, like, spread out through the days, is I forget those things. How's the Muffalo doing? 11 hours. It's doing just fine. Rue, go ahead and grab the assault rifle now. Okay, so we're going to continue building this out. How is his health? 10 hours. He's got minor blood loss. So they will just wander out here for several hours. When they go into your base and eat meals, or you see them eating meals out here, they're getting ready to leave.
Doing this shotgun trick, how good was your Rim Cup score? Since this trick went wrong in the cup.
It went wrong twice, right? My score is pretty good. I didn't try and try hard for the competition. but we did the trick many times that were successful. And the 2 times that I did it, I knew better. Like one time it was really cold on the map, but again, part of the problem was I wasn't doing a continual playthrough, so I would play and then I'd log out and then come back the next day. And one of the times I came back in, I saw the caravan there and I went and shot it, and then right as I shot it, they were deciding to leave the map. So I made the decision not to do it the previous stream, and then the new stream I was like, oh, let's do it. So that was my mistake. And I hear that it might get banned in the next competition. Which I don't have a problem with.
So, considering
I like playing by the rules.
You were happy with your score?
Oh yeah, for sure. I set out a goal to do 15 million and I got more than that. And we did 1 run. A lot of the other people did many runs.
Well
Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, he's at 52%. I don't want all this extra loot on the base because that's going to add wealth. So one other trick, especially since we're not playing with pods, or we're able to pause, is when he drops his goods, you can actually just put a home zone around it. And when you put a home zone down, anything in that home zone you can trade to traders. So I'm going to be standing in between this guy and him running off the map. And when this guy
Probably
falls,
should be banned from competition. Luel's still funny though.
when he falls, it's going to happen real soon. We're going to trade with this guy. It's about to happen right now. Oh, he's running to the left, you little trickster. I didn't think he was going left. I thought he was going south. Are we faster than him? No, we're not going to catch him. We're going to try, though. Yeah, we're not going to get there.
I believe it is banned for the next one.
Oh, well, we got some extra wealth. We're going to get it off the map right away. All right, we have a cook. So we're going to use the cooking one. We don't have anyone that likes cooking, though, is the problem. So I'm not going to use the cooking one. I'm going to sell it or keep it. But look how much it cost. $750. All right, we might just keep that one, but we're going to get rid of some of this other stuff. Now, there's books here. Books help researching, as long as you store them next to your research benches in a bookshelf. And then we're going to get rid of that home zone that I just built, because we don't want them cleaning outside of our base. I do want to put these lamps in, just in case they get destroyed, they'll get rebuilt automatically.
UI Old Rice Priest says, my colonist with this shotgun destroyed 2 Imperial colonies in solo.
Heck yeah. He must be a pretty good shot.
Schematics and textbooks are also passively useful long term.
They are. I like prioritize grabbing them. All right, so we're building out this guy. We're going to just keep this as our kill box for now, this side, since this will be done. We're going to quickly open up this side, but at least we have a spot that we can defend. So I'm going to make sure we've got our stuff to hide behind. And one important thing to do is you want to put stools here, and I'll explain why in a second. I make them out of granite.
I know this is a no DLC run, but which ones do you think are the best worst?
DLCs? Anomaly's the best. Biotech Ideology, close after. Odyssey, Royalty. And it's not like this. It's not like Anomaly, Biotech, Ideology. It's Anomaly, Biotech, Ideology, Odyssey, Royalty. So they're like they're right next to each other. I loved them all. They're all so good. Actually, I probably put ideology above biotech. Yep. So my anomaly pick is not a fan favorite. I like it because it added a lot of new threats and things that you had to figure out. It was really cool. Okay, we do not need to put those there anymore. In fact, you're running through there to get to those. So anytime your pawns run over traps, there's a chance that they're going to trip the trap. So you never want your pawns pathing through traps. That was really bad that they were doing that.
I'm just missing Odyssey, but I never tried Anomaly either.
Thank you for the follow, Koichi.
Those are both amazing.
Depression.
Koichi, thank you so much for the follow and welcome in. Hope you're doing well. What's your guys' favorite DLC? Let's talk chat. Okay, and let me explain why I put these stools here. In Rimworld, there's a thing called peeking. So pawns that are standing in these spots, let me put down. It's pawns that are standing in these yellow spots. This is where I want them because they're hiding behind walls, right? Pawns that are standing there can shoot down here because they can peek when they're standing next to a wall. If this wall gets broken right here, this pawn won't be able to shoot down unless he has a chair next to him, then he can peek. Biotech, but you want Odyssey? Yeah, this is called the shotgun tunnel. And we're doing it double-ended. There's money out there, you just gotta go make it.
Receive a unique shotgun from the task with a fast reload, fire bullet, and expansive bullets, and gave this shotgun to shooting specialist. And he has the trait of a fast shooter.
Killbox?
I think ideology is a lot of fun. Biotech is cool, but I wish it had a win condition.
Yo Moo, welcome.
IMO, biotech is best.
I don't think I saw your message. Biotech then is best, then Odyssey.
Shedletsky must die, says mods.
Exclamation mods will show you the mods.
I don't like kill boxes.
Also on YouTube, you can go into the video summary.
Exploit AI.
But here's a link to all my mods.
Underscore says, oh hey, I was a beginner for like a week or two and kept bugging my girlfriend for tips. LOL.
Oh, there's the message.
Now I finished 3 runs with 3 different endings.
Congratulations, heck yeah. I love that. There are so many people, and there's, okay, I don't want this to sound wrong. There's so many people that play Rimworld that never do an ending. That's just how they want to play, right? I think it's overwhelming the number of people that haven't, like, there's more people that haven't done a Rimworld ending that have played and put in like 100+ hours than have done the endings. Me, I like the completionist aspect of it. I like getting a run done. All right, there's the link to the mods.
And I bought Anomaly the other week, but haven't played it yet.
Wild Rice Priest says, laughing face.
I think it's between ideology and biotech for me.
But I like all of the additions that Odyssey has brought for biomes, etc.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Can W turn off the I voices is kinda annoying to me. A level.
I doing Medieval play taught.
Yum_Compako_ says endings make me feel completed and finished. It's
I
satisfying.
like the TTS. I'm sorry if you don't like it. If you don't want your voice to be read out, you can do exclamation like this. This won't be read out.
Biotech adds incest.
Biotech adds incest. Actually, I don't think they allow incest, do they? I think they actually make it so you can't.
Well, if that's your bag, that's fine, LOL.
You can...
Can ya? Well, I guess you can then.
If I don't have an army that I can barely supper, am I really winning?
My final run in the last multiplayer world was an anomaly-focused run. The researcher drop where you start with a gal.
I like that. That one is one of my favorite. The ghoul is so strong in Rimworld. I love the anomaly scenario. It was so much fun having a ghoul and just having the ghoul go and attack things on your base. Like right now there's a bear here. I'd send the ghoul out there to take down the bear. They add their own flare of zombies.
Says, what's the best first DLC?
I hit anomaly adds zombies.
If I were to recommend a DLC for someone as a brand new beginner, I would probably start them off with Ideology after the base game. Ideology makes it so that you can change what causes your pawns to be happy, what events, and what causes them to be mad. For instance, you can make it so that they're okay being cannibals, and it becomes a huge mood buff when you get raided and you slaughter the people that came and attacked you, and then you eat them afterwards. Things like that. So Ideology makes that really nice. So I would recommend that as my add-on to the base game.
Yomo_Compako_ says ghouls are so amazing. They're so cheap and op.
Rimworld world is cooked brew zombies robots hostile twats.
Question. If you were to do an anomaly playthrough again,
Ray,
would
welcome
you
in.
switch off the other DLCs or leave them on?
Well, I've done
Thank
both.
you for the follow, Brinko.
I enjoy all the DLCs, so I have all the DLCs, so I like playing with all the DLCs. But have I done this? I think I've done a playthrough with each of the DLCs with just them enabled. Because one of the things when I was looking for content for the different DLCs, it was very hard to find individual DLC playthroughs. And so I was like, well, I'm going to do that when I start streaming. And so I'm pretty sure I've done that for each of them. And if I haven't, you can't find it out there, let me know and I can definitely do one. Buffalo, you are terrible. Don't run through that. He just ran through two.
As to how to play all of the DLCs now that I have them.
Bro, my pawn went berserk, and my other pawn cut out his eyes. Not like this.
Not like this. I recommend playing one at a time.
DLC at a time.
What's the point?
Shedletsky must die, says God Or. So right about not doing the endings, the farthest I have gotten to was Arcanexus Part 2. And my colony died 3 times due to mechanoids. And I also had CE on, due to how the pawns were able to
Oh my goodness, CE is a lot for me. Kudos to you playing CE.
So you can focus on just one of them, I guess, to learn it well, hence my question.
That's how I played Royalty, with the others turned off.
All Shedletsky Must Die says, without any ammo, and I didn't even know how to deal with mechs. And they're especially modified techs meant for attacks like that got mini mortars with shields.
We no longer need these walls. I'm going to get rid of them. Actually, let's keep that. And I'm not going to open up this side to this until we have more than enough pawns. So right now, I would stick our pawns in these yellow spots. And we have how many pawns? 6. So I don't need to do double-sided yet. Now the thing is, they will hide behind here. So maybe I will. I'm contemplating this. Also, when we throw EMPs, I don't think they'll reach that far. Let's test it.
I'll probably do a mix of all DLC games and single DLC games. Gives me lots of options for gameplay. D.
I think we made this one too deep. I want the EMPs to be able to get through here. Can we throw them through here? I don't think you can throw them through here anymore. Yeah, it doesn't affect anymore. You used to be able to do this, and then that EMP would pulse through the wall. They took that away. I wonder if I made this a door. Now let's try it. Nope. Actually, that might have gotten through. Guess we'll have to do some testing. We need
Maybe you can go over it with a sandbag?
Yeah, I don't want the sandbag though, because then they'd come in and attack us through there. And what I'm trying to do is make it so that our guy throwing the EMPs can be safe. Worst comes to worst, I can get like a melee pawn and stick the melee pawn here and put our EMP chucker there and open this up. We'll see. We'll see. Look at that. We got 5 assault rifles now. We just need 1 more. Okay. How we doing on food? We have a surplus. Let's get our trader out of here. It's been Buffalo, but Buffalo is carrying that around. Buffalo is also a really good builder. Rue, let's get you out of here. All right, we're going to send Rue to trade. So trade as often as possible to get your wealth down. All right, I actually want them to make something out of the hyperweave. Once they have 40, they can make shirts. So we'll get some shirts made out of that. I don't think I'm going to sell this, but I want to get it off the map while we're trading. We also don't need 74 gold. I only want 30, so we'll sell 44.
Man, I wish I was part Scottish, as I just found the Scottish football song.
Channel your inner Scottish that you're not even Scottish. I don't want buildings to be stored in here. I want them out here. So I'm going to change this to be buildings. So him just leaving our map reduces the map wealth a lot. We were at 46,000. We just went with 6,000. Sounds good, man.
I'll play next stream for you, Dag.
Chopper. No choppering. Nope. Bad chopper.
Do you use a high social pawn for trading for increased trade value or a low social pawn to increase your wealth reduction?
At this, so actually I do both, but as you saw, we just sent out a pawn with low. So right now we're trying to get rid of wealth.
Do you ever play
and so
on
I
the
like them having
extreme
a worse deal. Oh yeah, I love playing on the extreme biomes. Sea ice, extreme desert, definitely fun. I also have done a lot of random. So like we'll do naked brutality and start on a random tile. That's a lot of fun. And then chat likes to bet on if we're gonna live longer than 10 days or not.
Thank you for this question. I never thought of doing that for wealth reduction, Dasut.
Yep. So wealth reduction, when we go to trade, you'll see the percentage that this one's gonna get in the deal. Now, since we're playing on losing is fun, we're automatically getting a negative 20%. Caravan is here. All right, so when you go to the trade menu, you'll see, oh man, this guy's getting a 22. He's better than I thought. What the heck's wrong with you, Rue? Why are you so good at trading? And I didn't mean to bring the heavy fur. We're going to sell 11 of them. So things that we can use here are Insanity Lance, if we can purchase it. All right, I'm going to sell this because that's better than having cooking right now. Especially since we're doing nutrient paste. 262. So the rest will be components.
Lol, why are you so good? I thought you sucked at talking to people. Out with your tongue.
Yeah, seriously. So, like I said, I want the person that's caravanning to have this. Insanity Lance is going to be really strong for us if he gets ambushed.
Definitely a tongue remove angle.
All right, and then we can continue rebuilding. We have one set of walls. Let's do this so that they don't break through them. Let's harvest those. And then I want to start building this out too.
Yumu Compagre office says Insanity Lance for that one centipede.
You wouldn't get ambushed by a single centipede, I don't think. I don't think that's possible. But yeah, it could definitely help save you against that. So we don't keep a home zone in, so there was a fire here, so they weren't fixing it. Once they fix that, then I'm going to remove the home zone again, except for right on our light. And I manually add in the home zone. That's a toggle down here in the bottom right. Because that, when you have the automated home zone, it makes them have to go clean things, and it slows down the progress of your runs a lot. Why are my pawns not doing what I want them to do? Well, you probably have your home zone too much. You're probably giving them too many tasks.
Yes, it's a little extra work, but man, it makes the efficiency of your colony go through the roof.
Since you lack the DLCs, but do you make use of Toxgas IEDs as part of your kill box?
I don't. I've seen some people do it, but here's the problem. What happens when you get the wasters? You're actually going to make the wasters better.
All Shadletsky must die says, have you ever seen a pawn with the same name and titles? I have seen Rebecca Lynx Edward with the title being test subject Asselways, and I have made a vow to get Lynx into my colony no matter what.
Did you know you can actually add those named pawns into your colony? So in options, I think it's gameplay, add name. So there is a whole host of characters in here that you can add in. So these are all people that have donated. In fact, you can buy your name in the game. I actually have mine as well. I need to get it out because I want to stop using my last name, but here's my pawn. If you want to play with me in your game, there you go.
Wait till you find out about Lialu.
Lialu. So these are all people have put money towards the game to be able to get a character, a backer story in the game. Now, they don't allow you to create your own backstory, but you can have a pawn with your name in the game. Like, who else in chat has one? Lindsar, you have one, right? But yours is Mark. Mark, I can't remember your last name. But yeah, you can add in your own name to the game so that you can have your character run in, and if you do that, then they're more likely to enter the game when you're playing. Whoops. So that was in options, gameplay, add name.
ULD Rice Priest says, sir, I have to leave you alone against the lovers of the rice world. My Chinese power bank said that he will cosplay an Afghan alarm clock.
That is a lot. That is a lot.
Do they only allow real names?
That's your name. If so, we share the same first name.
They do allow you to make up your own name, but they didn't let me use Daggeth. They said that Daggeth was too common of a name on the interwebs. So I have to come. I want to change mine, and they'll let you change it. I just need to come up with some sort of name.
Hey, Dagoth.
Payleb, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Hey, he's bringing in on his own. I love it. Oh, actually, he didn't. Someone else went to get him. I got distracted. Okay, so I wanted to get some good clothing made. We're making dusters. All right, we're still making all that. I see. We've been making assault rifles this whole time. So he's still working on this assault rifle. He's almost done. Hydrate. Thank you, sir. Cheers.
Dag, have you ever tried the wealth off option?
I have never. If I'm just being 100% honest, it seems too easy. Like if I could just rush and start putting things in right away and not caring about like cost of things. I already feel that way when I play on losing is fun. Like in the competitions, they don't play on 500% difficulty. They play on losing is fun. And when I play on that, I can like rush things like I don't normally do. And it feels like the game's kind of too easy. Here, I still fail.
Why don't you have floors?
I still fail often for that specific reason. So everything comes with a cost in Rimworld, and when you add your wealth to your tile, the raids get harder. So I add flooring when my pawns start having mood debuffs, when they start getting upset, and I can defend our colony. We're getting close to that point where I could start potentially putting in flooring. But when you add wood flooring, concrete flooring, tile flooring, they all add a lot of wealth, and it's not worth it to me to increase the wealth of my tile to get stronger raids in. And right now our mood's happy,
playing on Randy, but
except
doing
Rue.
Community Builder.
Randy's a lot of fun. Rue just came back from trading. That's why you see he's upset right now.
Yuma Kompaku _ says losing is fun shuttle rush. Laughing face.
Shuttle rush.
Ah, so the movement speed for dirt floors is a good enough trade-off for you then?
Right now. I will absolutely change that, but yes, right now it's okay for me. In fact, we just did that video, right? So we're walking at 13% less right now because we don't have flooring. And you could just, if you don't click on anything and you hover your mouse, it'll show you the movement speed of the various tile that your mouse is hovering over. So eventually, when we can defend ourselves a little better, and again, we're getting real close. One thing I want to do is I want to build a roof here, because if it starts raining, you know what? I don't want to cover I don't want to cover the drugs. If it starts raining, you can sit your pawns underneath that roof, and then they'll still have their better accuracy. All right, we're gonna go to finishing this kill box, or the all of this here. I really want to get to. Wait, we already did microelectronics. This whole time, I didn't put a comm station in yet, so we could have been getting traders. We need. Do we have enough steel? We don't. So I need to have someone go get us some steel.
Item
and then we could build the orbital trade beacon.
Says, what drugs are worth the risk?
So if you go into my policy for drugs, here's our drug policy. I recommend working towards getting Psychite T, and then Go Juice is the best drug in the game once you can learn how to deal with the addiction. I keep Smoke Leaf around in case they get addicted to Go Juice. If they get addicted to Go Juice, they start having Go Juice withdrawal. And when they get Go Juice withdrawal, their mood falls. And when their mood falls, they'll come in, and I put this really, really low, Smoke Leaf.
they'll take smoke leaf when their mood is low, and it causes them to pass out. And it just helps you to recover from a go juice withdrawal. But go juice, psychite tea, ambrosia, smoke leaf, beer, if we can buy it, I'll take it. But then I have yayo and flake. Yayo is a required ingredient to make go juice, so we make yayo. Flake is the most efficient drug to produce and sell, so we make flake to trade. All right, so we're going to build that. I'm going to put a trade beacon in there. We want it powered. So I was talking about this earlier, but what this is going to do, it's going to make it so if a center pod drop comes, there'll be a 40% chance that they land on top of that if we do this properly. So I want to make sure that that does not get roofed. Remove roof. There we go. Perfect.
Toasty, the toastery says, what does the difficulty settings even do?
You know, the game is very customizable. So if you go into gameplay and you go into modify, we're playing on custom. So when you click a difficulty, so you can, here's the difficulties, right? They don't explain explicitly what they're going to do. But you can see what they're going to do when you go to custom. And then I click on, for example, strive to survive. That puts the threat scale at 100%. It also changes all these other settings as well. When I go from strive to survive, which is kind of like, okay, you've played similar games before, start here, to losing is fun, it reduces all these things. So our colonists have a constant -10 compared to that other setting. Colonist mood 0, blood and dust is -5, losing is fun, we constantly have -10. We have higher chances of food poison. We have animal revenge chance at 100. Infection chance is higher. Disease frequency is increased. All these things, you can go and look. We take the threat scale and we move it from 220 at losing is fun, which is the hardest difficulty, to the maximum they allow inside the game without a mod, 500%. What that does is when you get raided, so we can look at a raid here.
All
this was a raid.
Die says, have you done or will do a DM's mod only, and the DM's mods extension.
What's a DM's mod? So when you look at the raid, I have a mod on right now that shows us how the raid points are calculated, and raid points are used to send in the raiders. So like, think of like, if we get raid points, the game will determine what kind of raid it's going to send, and then it will stack up the pawns with their gear and how good of pawns they are. So when you start getting to maximum raids, you're going to get pawns sent in with triple rocket launchers. They're wearing shield belts. They have flak armor. They have marine armor. So that's going to happen once you get mini raid points. At the smaller side, they're going to be coming in with bows and arrows. And also it controls the number of pawns that walk in on a raid. So the way the game works is it takes your wealth of the map. So look at our wealth right here. Takes that total wealth and it subtracts from it our building wealth divided by 2. So that'll drop down the total tile of the wealth to this number. They take that, they get points from it. Then they calculate how many pawns you have and they put raid points to each pawn. If you have animals that are zonable, like dogs or wargs or cats, they add raid points too, so that gets added in here. Then you get your total intermediate raid points. After that, what does the threat scale do? So when we were just looking in there and we're at 500% threat, it increases, they multiply that by that number. So 500% is a multiplication of 5 times that. So if we were playing on just that strive to survive, it would just be a 1 here and they wouldn't multiply it by 5. And then you have an adaptation factor and then what kind of raid happened. This was a breacher raid, so they reduce the number of raiders that come in with that breacher raid. Hope that helps with the explaining.
All Shibletsky must die, says Dead Man Switch.
I don't remember what that phrase means, Dead Man Switch.
It's a set of mods.
Deadman Switch is a set of mods. Ah, you're welcome, Toasty. You're welcome. Yo, Romanda.
Good morning, Dagoth and chat.
Romanda is the most recent recipient of a voice. They have a perma voice. And that is a channel point redemption out there.
Good meowing.
Good meowing. Guess who's on the dog bed right now? Oh, that's not a very good angle. Here's Diago and his goose. Hi, buddy. Doggo cam.
Thank you for the 6 long months of subscribing, Romanda. Woot woot.
Romanda, it's 6 months. Thank you so much for the sub. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for helping support the channel. No commercials for you. And don't forget, you get a Diago emote with that. A couple Diago emotes. Let's see. Here's a Diago head boop, or nose boop. All right, so we're building out those power lines.
Thank you for the 6 long
Yo,
months of
Nightmare!
subscribing. And 1687
Hype
for-
train, let's go!
Daggett to Diago Boop.
All Shedlets, he must die, says Kitty OMG is Kitty.
OMG!
Daggett to Diago Boop.
Diago Boop. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't want to build that out yet. Linzar, thank you for the biddies, dude. And then this was a song made for our Impid only run. Thank you, Christy. We have a lot of excess wood.
Underneath the sun, seeking the one, machine got come undone. Signals in the air, buzzing everywhere.
Oh, heck yeah, we got Flak Vest, guys.
I have never understood the deficidifier. What is the practical use for us to install one?
We don't want to install it. The practical use is that when the game installs it, you can't get the loot from the pawn that's wearing it. So oftentimes the Empire comes in and they have like the very best gear on and they're using a very good weapon. When you kill them, the Death Acidifier destroys their armor and destroys their weapons.
Itone5109 says, how many days has your colony been up?
55 days. If you, it might be small on your screen, but it's right here underneath our wealth.
But why allow us to craft and install them?
Because I think it's because they introduced it to the game. I don't really see a use for like us to put them on our pawns. Unless you want to get rid of things that they're wearing.
Heck yeah, we got that all built. They're building out the trade beacon next. Guys, thank you so much for the subs. Really appreciate it. I'm going to put the Rimworld music back on.
I want to melt my pawn with acid.
Yeah, that's basically a use case for it. So I don't really think there is, I mean, at least I can't think of a use case for us to use it. But it makes sense, like, you in the DLC where you have it royalty, you can get them to come and send in guys that have, like, charged rifles and stuff like that. And really good armor. And kill them. Now, there's still a chance if you down them, then you could strip them before they die, and then you can use the gear.
Florida. Boy123 says, what is the trade beacon for?
Yeah, this is a little bit of cheese, but it's when you... So one of the hardest raids to deal with is center pod drops. This orbital trade beacon, once they finish building out these hidden conduits, will make it so that center pod drops behave like a normal raid 40% of the time. So inside the code of the game, if you have an orbital trade beacon that is powered and unroofed, then a center pod drop will land around that 40% of the time. The other 60% of the time, they're going to land on top of one of your pawn's heads. So that's the purpose of it. And we're getting raided. All right. What kind of raid is it? Attacking immediately. Tribals. So we get to test this guy out, see how we're doing. This is actually going to be pretty rough. They're pretty big right now in comparison. They actually might take us out. Again, this is a lot.
Ayatone5109 says, is it a must to settle by and use fertile soil?
It is not a must. Yeah, this is actually, we should probably leave here. Buffalo's gonna sacrifice himself for us. So I think they're gonna kidnap Buffalo. Now we can try and get Buffalo by sending everyone up here. We're going to try and shoot the guy that's carrying Buffalo out. And then someone else is going to come and pick him up.
Dragon_Slayer_Ornstein says run away.
This guy's going to pick him up next. This guy's going to try and pick him up. All right, let's not kill Gray because he's moving real slow. We're just going to work on our aim. If I were to shoot Gray, someone else would just pick him up right now. So we cheesed this just a little bit by sacrificing Buffalo. Or we cheesed it a lot, however you want to look at it.
Toastie_Toast3 says, how many colonists do you recommend for good colony balance without too many needs and complexity? I have about 160 H in the game.
Oh my goodness. I would say like 15 to 20 is the sweet spot. And who else is good at medical? Vikinger. 10, you can go back. Plants, you're stabbed. Any of these guys really good. You're dead. 2 hours. Too smart, Misandra, staggeringly ugly. Industrious, very neurotic kind. All right, you're dead too.
Yumugarish Kompakugor says, I like my cheese.
Cheese is good, right? Tend, let you go. Vikinger is about to get upset. He does have a passion for medic. Oh, he doesn't. Yeah, so we gotta let him go soon. So these guys are going to be upset for a little bit. So I'm actually going to let Dr. tend himself. I'm going to have you carry him back. And then I'm going to let them all wreck. Oh, they already are on wreck schedule. Perfect. And I don't want them to come out here. Do we have anything to dispose of bodies? We do not, unfortunately. I was looking for like a Molotov cocktail.
What a great strategy. I would have lost the colony.
Yep. Sometimes you got to sacrifice one pawn for the good of the colony. If he died, then they were going to come into our base and steal our stuff, and we would have been out here and fine. But this just goes to show you our raid points are way too high, or our wealth is way too high right now. All right, so if you are outside of our base, I don't want our pawns grabbing you at the moment. If you're inside, we're going to make some graves.
Tyrannos, 4 Eurus. Flex says, do you have any insightful tips for using mechanoids in combat?
I don't use a whole lot of mechs in combat because, in my opinion, they're not worth it. At the highest difficulty. At the highest difficulty, a raider, like the raid points that the mechs give you, is more impactful than the damage that your mechs can do. All right, I want you to go tend to this guy, please. But I really like the tunneler as a combat or as a melee locking pawn. So if we had a tunneler, I could have put him right there, and they would have been attacking him, and we could have just stood behind the walls and shot them. If we had ideology on, we could make these guys into human meat and human leather. Yeah, so I guess I wouldn't be the best person to ask about that, just because I haven't done a whole lot with mechs. I like the tunneler probably the most. And maybe a scyther if you wanted them to be doing damage, but scythers are just... The enemies are going to destroy the scythers pretty quick, but a tunneler can take a lot of beating. This guy lose anything?
Yumu_Konpaku_ says 3 Lancers vs 1 Doomsday Launcher.
Yeah, 3 Lancer versus 1 Doomsday Launcher. There you go. Good job. All right, he's back up. Where are you going, Buffalo? Buffalo's going back to work, dude. Go get some food or something. Crazy guy. He was just down. They were carrying him off the map. He gets patched up and he's like, all right, I'm good. I'm going to go back to work. He really is. He really is. That's him. He's like, you guys were going to sacrifice me. Nah, I was sacrificing myself for you guys. Come here and make these so we can stop walking over bodies. The guy that's almost died, I'm going to have him build the graves.
Cheap Channel says, yo, first time seeing you live, listened to the EP before this one and got hooked.
Heck yeah.
Love YA workmate.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words and thank you for stopping by. We are going to be streaming for another hour and a half-ish today. Hold on. So we're taking the corpses down here. I'm going to get rid of that. Low. Bury. And let's get rid of that one. Build's putting that there, so I'm going to have you do this. It's a team effort. Buffalo, you're going to go play horseshoes now. You're going to bury that. We want to get rid of the corpses before we allow them to go do stuff like that. Oh, and this is out. Perfect. This guy's probably going to eat some of that.
Toast 3 says I'm gonna do a blood and dust run now.
I've not done this yet and I'm gonna play without mods. Any tips?
Yes, wealth management. Keep your wealth low. And if you watch the majority of my starts, I would recommend starting like that. So if you're moving up on difficulty, barracks are going to be OP. If you can get away with, like, a lot of people like to play the game like if they were the pawn, and so they like to make their pawns nice bedrooms. If you're increasing the difficulty, I strongly recommend not doing bedrooms and staying barrack style. And if you watch my playthroughs, my usual playthroughs, I start with a 25 by 25 area like this, clear out the center, go over 13, down
Cheap's
13.
channel says I lost 13, my current run due to wealth again.
And then I make these little wings. Ignore that there's a geyser there. I wouldn't normally do this. And then up 10, over, and over 7 more, down. I make this. So I make a little barracks. Here's the barracks. One of these is a kitchen. One of these is a prison room. This is a courtyard. And then in here, you're going to create a little tunnel for them to come through, the pawns. And you're going to put traps here. This will get you through all the way to mid game. If you put your traps here like this, put just leave a door open here, they're going to come in and attack you through here. And if you can learn to play with this play style, it'll get you pretty dang far. Like, I can do this on the highest difficulty, and we can live like this until we get assault rifles without a compound wall. You can build your plants in here. You can put wind turbines in there. They'll be protected. I really, really like that. So if you're moving up on difficulty and it's you're not comfortable at that difficulty, I'd recommend that. Just check out any of my starts. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for the tip. Screenshot it to try if when I fail my latest run. LOL.
That's what I use in competitions for efficiency. And I get it. Not everyone likes to.
Toast 3 says thanks a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome. Let me know how it goes. All right, well, I want to get rid of these corpses. Plant, come. And then the rest, I just hope our pawns don't run up there. And we're going to keep all the weapons and everything restricted so they don't come up and move them. And as soon as we get a Molotov cocktail, which I can probably make right now. We don't have any chem fuel, so I can't. But we're going to make a Molotov cocktail because I could have just thrown that on them. Yo, Sam. What up, brother?
It's _Sam86 just rated with 22 viewers.
Sam is one of our UG streamers.
I always build or mine big. Always get owned. My wealth is huge, even though I don't even got a multi yet. I really got to focus on less wealth if I want to complete the story.
Yeah, the saying is...
Kontoku_ says observed rotting corpse 5.
Yeah, wealth that defends itself. So you want wealth that will help you defend a raid. Dear Bastion, welcome in. Welcome in, Sam. How are you today? How was your playthrough? Sam was working on the Odyssey ending yesterday, and I know you were continuing it today. How did it go? Did you guys destroy the mech hive? Chat killed the ship? No. Bad chat.
It's M50.
Why would chat do that?
It's M50. When? What SM50 thumbs up?
Drop pod raids into the ship? Dude. I was just teaching chat about some cheese. Do you know the orbital trade beacon cheese with that?
Chat killed the ship.
You got away with a shuttle. Okay, so the
ship, those meffers,
the run is
laughing face.
Okay, so the way that center pod drops work in this game is there is a 60% chance that they'll land on top of one of your pawn's heads, or if you have an orbital trade beacon like we're about to build here, and it's powered and it's uncovered by roof, so I've removed the roof from it, there's a 40% chance that that center pod drop will drop on top of this area. And then they'll behave like a normal raid.
So a little bit of cheese is you could just build one of these and then reduce the chance of it happening by 40%. The next big thing to know about center pod drops is they have a #1 priority in their center pod drop. Their #1 priority is to go after gun turrets, a mini turret. So if I set like a mini turret right here, a center pod drops right here. I grab all my pawns. I don't shoot them. We run out this door. I leave this door open. They're going to come from here, and their #1 priority is to run out here and go and destroy that turret. What I do is I grab all my pawns. I stand right here, and I have them attack one target at a time. Because if the target gets attacked, they'll reassess what they're going to go after. But until they get attacked, their #1 priority is to go after a turret. Yeah, man.
He got away with the shuttle.
And the really cool thing about them too is the number of raiders that come in with the center pod drop is reduced by 60%. So they're much smaller than a max raid, but you just gotta know how to do that, and then it helps defeat those a ton. And Sam, let's get you a video shout out, man. Thank you for the raid this morning.
No, tell me. Smiley face.
I mean, they are not a problem for us.
That's
guess.
nice to know.
Cheap Channel says that's dope.
1 minute in your stream and I'm smarter than 4 hours of playing myself. Laughing face.
Well, I mean, I've got 6,000 hours, man, so I love sharing the information that I've learned.
Yeah, they actually do us a favor.
I love the sound of the guns in space.
I'm always 7 colonies, so this time I'm being mean. Lesson learned, send a siege. Do sieges even work here? I don't know. No, actually, that's, it's not mean at all. You actually helped me a lot here setting this raid. I mean, you can't see it, but there's, you can hear it, I guess. There's heavy fighting going on.
Did chat send you a center pod drop?
Stay in base, don't go outside. And, chill.
Oh, man. If you guys aren't following my guy Sam, please give him a follow. He is an amazing person. He is streaming from Germany. He plays a lot of Rimworld. He's on just before I start. And, I mean, we overlap quite a bit of time. But he has a great stream, and he also is starting to do live streams out on his boat. So he's putting together a boat that he's going to be boating around in Germany. So if you're looking to get some, live stream action, hang out with Sam, give him a follow, please. Greatly appreciate it. The way that song cuts off is weird. Feels like it should keep going. All right, so we built our orbital trade beacon. It's powered. It's unroofed. So anytime that our storyteller sends us a center pod drop, there'll be a 40% chance that it'll just land right out here.
All right, sir. I gotta go. I need food. Smiley
Heck yeah,
face. Enjoy your stream and good luck with this run.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the raid and welcome in raiders again. My name's Daggeth. I'm part of the UG streaming crew, just like Sam. I play a lot of Rimworld. Right now we're doing a beginner's guide or intermediate or advanced tips that I use in competitions or ways that I make my colony more efficient so that we can defend raids. We just had a raid come in, and instead of defeating the raid, I sacrificed Buffalo here. And they were going to walk him off and try and kidnap him, and then we ambushed them on the way out. So you'll find some cheese here. Ask questions. We like making shorts, so I make a lot of YouTube shorts with the help of Lancer Bricks. He's our video editor. And we post daily videos out there of Rimworld strategies on the YouTube.
Flex says he should take the boat into a stream and then stream on the stream.
I think that's a great idea. Maybe we can get Sam to do that. Disease, it's plague. Plague is not a disease you want to mess around with. So one thing you know from if you've been watching our videos, I keep bed rest at 4. He's going down to bed rest 1. And I want him to have the best medicine. I keep it defaulted so that it's doctor care. We're going industrial.
And now I'm going to bring over our doctor and I'm going to tell him to tend right now. 100% good. Plague is not one that you want to get behind because it's very hard to recover. Same with malaria. Anytime malaria happens, bed rest instantly. Now our pawns have recovered from the mood debuff that they had by being around those bodies. So you can see they no longer have the corpse ones. So I'm going to take them off of this schedule. This was just used to get our pawns to be happy again. But it's a very inefficient policy. Barrington, yo! Welcome in. All right, we're gonna make some psychite tea. We got a lot of smoke or psychite here. Also, have we done?
Yeah,
we haven't done drug production.
Says plague kills Zulfa so fast if not attended.
It does. It kills him really fast. Not to be messed with. Now his immunity's good. I'm still gonna keep him bed rested for now, though.
I had a flu that I didn't notice. Switched medicine types last minute. Reached 100% immunity when the flu was at 99.6%.
Yeah, so the way it works is they actually, when it shows like the plague here, they have to get to 101. And you have to get to 100 immunity before they get to 101. Is that, am I saying that right? Maybe it's 100.1. Something like that. So you want to, I mean, you can barely beat. They could both be at 100 and immunity can still win out. Yeah, man, I've had a couple super close too. One strategy that you can do is if you open up a ancient danger, they'll have cryosleep caskets in there. And you can stick your guy that's at like 99 in there. Wait for a healer mech serum, and then once the healer mech serum comes, bring that up here, bring a hospital bed, or put a hospital spot down, make it a hospital bed, put them on it, and then you could administer it to them and save their lives. I've had to do that a few times too.
Yunukampaku says that 101% saved me a couple of times.
Yeah, I think it is 101. I don't think I'm making that up. Yeah, clutched it. I've done that too. All right, so I'm letting him do recreation so that his mood goes up a little bit because he is in a poor mood right now. Now he's going to go back to bed. He needs someone to feed him. No one's feeding him, so I'm going to let him go eat. I hope he doesn't break down. Dude, don't eat the rice. We're out of power. We're going to turn some things off. Oh, you do the muffalo. Dang, he's eating rice right now. All right, I'm going to power off other stuff. We're having power issues right now because our best handler is him. Milk fullness 91. He could take some smoke leaf. Why don't you do that? Oh, he's a teetotaler, of course. Of course. He's a teetotaler. So teetotalers,
if you get behind, and it's a really good pawn, you might be able to amputate the infected limb.
Yeah, as long as it's not their torso. But that's a great point too. You can always amputate like the leg or the foot or the arm.
Iatone 5109 says, is there a reason you don't use wind turbines?
I use wind turbines a lot. That's actually one of my favorite. The reason that we went this route is because the game gave us a boomalope. Boomalopes can power 2 chem fuel generators. We've not had a problem, and this guy can't milk it right now.
Thank you for the follow, Syndria91.
Yo, Syndria, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, wind turbines are like my favorite.
The reason I like wind turbines so much is because it takes your pond from having to haul chem fuel or putting, oh, you know what? I could just do this. I don't know why I was being so silly. I have a backup generator here that's going to provide enough power.
Can we call the bony petrol Pete?
You got it, buddy. So for those that didn't know, you can rename your animals just by going into the training tab.
Cheats channel says, quick question. I have a prisoner who keeps rebelling, so I
Yo,
removed a
Rudy.
leg, but I have no other option to remove the other leg.
So the way you remove legs is you add a peg leg. Add a peg leg and then remove the peg leg. And then if they don't have any legs, they can't try and prison break. And they won't have any breakdowns. Morning, Rudy. Yeah, they can. And it's really nice for Odyssey,
I didn't know the Boomaloo could fuel 2 generators. Very useful info.
So in Odyssey, you could just keep one Boomalope on your ship.
Americans call it Gas Gary instead. LUL.
Yes, Gary, I like it. Thank you for the treats, Rudy. Diago there appreciates it. Goose is outside hunting bunnies right now, so when he gets in, he'll get his treat.
Cheats channel says, you're the best.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. So we're building out our walls. Our our wealth is still really too high. It is way too high. So one strategy that I can implement, if we get a raid that comes in and it's a raid that we can't handle, we can use this psychic animal pulsar, close our door, and they'll go after the raiders. So we might have to use that. So that's going to be in the back of my mind right now if we get a raid.
Is there a way to know if a Boomaloop needs a pen or not?
Well, all animals that... So if you have an animal and you go into the animal menu and they don't have a zone area, then they can go into a pen. I haven't built a pen out. I've just kept a caravan hitching spot. This works just as well. They can be tethered to the caravan hitching spot indefinitely. And the nice thing about this is if they run out of food in this area, then all I have to do is do this. And then someone can hitch them to that spot and then have grass too. And now he's getting milked by Rue. Hopefully Rue can do it. There we go. We got the chem fuel. Rue, come on. Now we can switch that one back off.
Permanently tethered. How cruel. Time to call animal welfare.
Yeah, if we get called for that, I mean, that's probably not the worst thing that we can get fed. That's probably not the worst thing that we would get called in on Rimworld. So my recommendation, if you are having problems with your animals, so let's say we actually did have a pin down, and where I would probably put this pin is up over here, right? Since it's next to our chem fuel generators. So if I were to build out a pin, it would look like this. And make it out of granite.
Can they fail milking?
Yes. They can fail milking for sure. So if we were to build out one, and I'd probably put it here like this, I'd put a little fence there, and then I'd put a pin marker in here.
Does that cause a boom?
No, it just says that they failed. So we'll do that. And then if we're running out of food, all I would do is I would build a small shelf right here. And I'd go into it and I'd say critical raw food veggie. And now we're going to store veggies in that.
That's my recommendation. Yo, Care, welcome in. And you'll see that happen here once they finish building the walls. Oh, you guys actually could have traded and I didn't?
It's interesting trying to get the balance right in a field for it to self-sustain.
It is. So when you click on this pin marker, it'll actually tell you how much resources your animals need and how much resources the pin has. Thank you for doing the shout out.
iTone5109 says, does pen size matter?
Yes.
TieCare 4 Caleb 3.
Pin size matters because
just tricky to balance it at times.
Depending on the area, they might not have enough food in there. And then this is where something like this comes in handy. And yes, auto slaughter is important. Now I'm using Wrigley here. I'm just keeping him as a mule to caravan off, which we probably should send someone. Rue, I think Rue's time to go. We're gonna send Rue to do a caravan. We're gonna use Wrigley, and we're gonna take everything that's not adding wealth to our colony, or everything that's not helping us defend.
Need to be more of a morning person, so I don't keep missing streams. Puppy
Is that
so.
it? This is a lot of wealth right here. I need to get rid of our wood. So we're going to take wood on this trip too.
So you use veg in the stock zone instead of kibble?
I use veggies in the stock, exactly. I don't even need to use kibble. It's just making a pawn have to do a task that we don't need to have them do. Mighty Milkman, nice name. Welcome.
Mighty Milkman.
Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. So we're also going to bring some rice with us and get rid of it. But really, I need to get rid of as much wood as possible. We're only going to bring out 180, but that's fine. So this is going to take some wealth off of our colony, which will really be helpful.
Toastie_Toast3 says, what is the next best dock after Biotech and Odyssey?
Anomaly is my favorite DLC.
Thanks for that tip. Didn't know I could feed with just veg. I always tried making kibble or grew hay.
Yeah, I used to do that too.
Toast3 says DLC.
So now you can click in here and it will show you the growth that's in the pin and how much consumption. So as soon as Petrol Pete gets put in there, we'll see. All right, our wealth just went down. What were we at? 53,000, and now we're at 48. So just sending them out dropped us by 5,000. Also, if you remember, that pawn adds raid points. So we've reduced his number of raid points and the number of wealth raid points on the map. So now Petrol Pete is in there. I click on here and it shows that Petrol Pete needs 0.86. The growth in here is 1.07, and we have stockpiled in there also. Now the other thing I can do is I can turn on auto cut so that it'll cut these trees down. I don't want them to, yeah, I want to cut them. So we're going to do regular cutting. Okay, and now that we're done with that walls, I want these guys researching again. I want to get to gun turrets.
So trees aren't beneficial in a pen?
No, they take the spot of something else growing in there that would be beneficial for them. So we're going to put these guys back on this rec schedule until we can get our mood managed again. I don't want breakdowns. So I'm going to select everyone and just tell them to go rec. Now the moods are getting better. Except for a guy out on the caravan. He's like, what the heck? You're sending me with all this wood. It's going to take forever.
Same.
Morning, friendo.
Yo, Quixote! Welcome in. Quixote is one of our streamers
from the UG as well, plays Rimworld, and just designed a tabletop game very similar to Rimworld. Quixote, when does your... This might be a loaded question. Your game that you're developing, when does that become available for others outside of our communities to try? Or in our community, but not streamers? We just got a gazelle to be self-tamed. So I like showing this trick whenever this happens. We could have our guy run out and collect them. Or we can put an animal pin right here. Make it medical. Tell that gazelle that just became our animal that we're going to sterilize him. As soon as our doctor wakes up and the gazelle's awake, he's going to sprint to that spot. Vikinger might run out there.
Foundry.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten a chance to play it. I really need to. Alright, I'm going to keep him in the compound so that he doesn't do this. Just so I can show this off. Gazelle here is going to run to that spot.
Now on itch.
It is? Can you link it? And then I need to create a Quixote link so that whenever you come in...
Lol. Surely.
And then I need to play it on stream too.
What do you think about dandelions for larger herds of animals?
Are you talking about planting dandelions inside the pen? Ooh, this is not good. Oh, that's fine. Never mind.
Yes.
Again, I think it's a trade-off. If you're planting dandelions, your pawn is doing that instead of something else that they could be doing. So if you don't need them to do anything else and you have dedicated people to planting, then go for it. Otherwise, my preference would be doing something like this. In fact, we're growing 136. We have 6 pawns, so I want 120. But now we're also feeding animals, so I'm going to increase our rice paddy spot a little bit bigger. All right, so there's Gazelle. He ran to us. So now I'm going to take everyone off of compound. And I'm going to take us off of this terrible schedule, except for Plant. Plant is upset. We'll take a look at Plant and see why they're upset. I bet you they are flirting with someone, and someone's turning them away. Rebuffed. So they're upset because they're getting rebuffed and they're standing inside. So I drafted them, took them outside. I'm going to put them on the Night Owl schedule. So they interact with our pawns less. If I go into a social tab, who is he getting debuffed from? From Craft. So he's hitting on Craft, who's married. Oh no, Craft is not married. Craft has a lover. Getting rebuffed by them. And what is your relationship with Craft? So you really liked Craft. You've done a lot of deep talks with them, but they keep rebuffing you. And your
Down
thoughts on
Detector
Plants?
is listing a temporary down
Failed
age
to
on
romance you.
itch. But here you go. Quick shot. Detroit Daicho. Tiny Foundry.
Thank you, Quixote. If you guys are looking to try out a cool game, give that a try. I'm going to run that on stream soon. Oh, Diago's gone. Bye, Diago. Thank you, Quixote.
That link just sends this. There was an error with your request.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a different one, Quixote? I see it.
Oh yeah, no, I think the link's broken right now.
Like I said, down detector says itch is down right now.
Oh, I missed that.
Ah, okay.
Man, look at all the other stuff you've created in there. Right. You have a coin flip? Oh, that's down too. Okay.
Lowell. Wow, that voice made me sound beachy.
Nah. Unless you mean like the beach. Alright, bring in the gazelle. No. We're gonna operate on him. That's fine. Do it in there. So we're gonna allow our pawns to get a little learning. They're gonna... Oh, they already did it. They've sterilized him. Now we're gonna slaughter him for meat. 3 hours, 4 hours. Oh, turn these on. Get them on. And who's our animal cook? Plant, come here. Nice. Saved. Dude, why are you so upset? Okay, we are having problems with a little bit of mood. But we're also having a problem with raid sizes, so no, I'm not going to do that yet. And Rue is there, let's trade. Let's see if we can bring back some things that will help with mood. Molotov cocktails would have helped a while ago. So we'll bring those back and we'll bring back some more components. We're out of power. Go ahead and turn this on. So now we're running 3 generators at the moment. Is this room roofed? It is. So we're causing this room to be heated up. The outside is permanent summer. So I'm going to unroof this room again. And one thing I didn't know for many hours in this game is we have a vent. This will transfer heat between rooms. You can actually toggle it to turn off the transfer. Do I ever think about it? No.
About the mod that you need to have a toilet and showers.
I don't like the hygiene mod. I think Rimworld has so much to it already, and I'm still working on mastering it. Like, I've got nearly 6,000 hours in, and I still learn things from time to time. Yeah, but I mean, there are a lot of people that love it. I know Linzar loves it too.
Love of dubs.
I got you. Laughing face.
So one thing I am open about is I feel like I'm a slow learner. I'm just stubborn. So the things that I share with you guys have taken me a while to learn. And lots of trials and tribulations to get better at combat and stuff like that. But introducing new things takes me a lot to learn.
Beginner.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a beginner, but man, I still learn stuff.
Daggeth, even with over 1K hours, you still teach me new things.
Excellent. I love it. Well, this game, I mean, that's how in-depth this game is. Yeah.
That's why I put a cap on.
No, I know. I know you're being sarcastic. Yeah. The map is on fire.
The map is on fire, LOL.
And we have our stone little compound, so we were safe. And then the rain comes.
Toast 3 says any grav ship start recommendations.
Again, it's all about keeping your wealth low. So with the grav ship, my thing would be prioritizing 2 pawns that have intellect of 10 or greater. and then working your
knowledge is
way
awesome,
up.
and one of the reasons I watch the stream.
Oh,
Plus
excellent.
your
Thank
shiny
you.
Head, laughing face.
And then prioritize getting the, I can't remember the name of the chip, but there's a chip that you can install, the pilot chip or something like that. Prioritize getting that. And then watch one of my grav ship. If you watch one of my grav ship playthroughs, I design a kill box that looks just like this inside the grav ship, and it's OP.
77. Alpha 77 says I played Rimworld for a bit and bad hygiene just seems kind of pointless. All I did was make toilets haul tea constantly, not worth it in my opinion.
I mean, some people really enjoy that. It's a single player game, so play that however brings you joy and happiness. If you want to scrub toilets while you're playing a video game, then go for it. It makes no sense that steel's flammable. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I guess they do it so that steel's not OP or something like that. I don't know.
I have a mod for that.
So Rue is automatically bringing them in now, since we have the pen.
On an ice sheet.
Dubs hygiene on an ice sheet. Interesting. Can you use the poo for fuel?
Lelo.
Oh, we didn't sell the rice. Interesting. Whoops. Maybe that's a good thing, though. All right, once they're done with these walls, we're focusing on this. Gun turrets are huge for our survivability. I would think there is. They are finally done. We have two more walls to do, but I'm going to allow that risk right now to get to getting gun turrets. Gun turrets are going to be so huge.
Indomit 11 says pop for fuel. Yeah, that worked. I play that too.
Cheap Channel says, can you do a slow zoomed in tour of your base PLZ?
Of course, I'd love to. All right, so we started out with a fridge, and then we built a barracks. And just so you can kind of see.
I know there's a burn pit for waste. You can dump it on enemies and use it for fertilizer.
So our
Most of my
fridge
playthroughs end because like 75% of my colonists can't do firefighting.
Oh man, be more selective. We start out with a 13 by 13 room.
Use the poop for fuel, but it's a little off NGL.
Perfect. I love OP. 13 by 13 room is what we started out with. In Rimworld, a 13 by 13 room is the largest room that you can build to support a roof without needing to build a column or walls in the middle. So we started out with that. We double insulated it. This helps keep the coolness in our fridge. Then from there,
baby boy.
we added on a barracks. It is a 13 by 25 barracks. You can make this 13 by infinite or whatever your tile is, and it won't need a roof. Then we started building out rooms. This room is storing our generators, and it's unroofed right now. When the map gets cold, I roof it in, and then I open up this vent, and that becomes heaters. Then we have our bedrooms. The doors are blocked so that pawns don't run through them, making them dirty. Also, if pawns are sleeping, it doesn't wake them up. We don't have any lights in there because it's fine. They're just sleeping in there. The doors are propped open. That way the pawns don't need to open doors. We have a double door here because that helps keep the cool air in and helps it prevent bringing the cold air out. The air conditioners, the heating part, are going into a doorway that's held open, and that causes the ACs to exhaust. So if I put the temperature toggle here, you'll see this turn red. It turns red and then it exhausts the heat out. See that turning red like that? That's exhausting heat out.
We have one of those also over here, and you can attach up to 3 coolers to one doorway. Then we turn these bedrooms into our research room. This is the only room that we have floored, and the whole reason behind that is if you click on the information tab on your research bench and you go to research speed, it'll tell you that if your room is clean, it'll be up to 100%. There must be a little dirt in there right now. I recommend you don't do the sterile tiles because sterile tiles add wealth to your colony. Concrete does just as good a job. The thing that sterile tiles do is they actually make it so that the floors are cleaner, but it doesn't add anything to have it cleaner. So I just have this guy go in and clean the lab, and now it's back up to a maximum.
I dig this layout. Way better than my standard method attaching everything via long 3 wide hallways across the map.
So one other
Alpha 77 says, what was
You know
cool
what?
is that I bought a shock lance from a trader and was knocking people out for mental breaks. Very funny stuff.
I think the shock lance does have a chance though to burn their brain, so you got to be careful with that. So one of the cool things about this base too is we have these doorways. These doorways become defensive areas. So I prefer, and actually I've got a mistake here. I prefer to make it so there's nothing by the doors. That way if we need to use this, we can open up the door and I can stick 3 pawns here and they can shoot in a cone range anything that's in front of them.
The sterile tile is just a buffer for a bit of dirt in a lab, but yeah,
Agreed.
too pricey.
It's pricey and it increases the number of raiders that will come. So I don't recommend it. And then we have our kill box.
2526 says, don't you have to unroof the door with the coolers?
No, you do not. In fact, this strategy works in a underground mountain with a mountain with overhead mountains, which you can never remove the roof. So we have it roofed and you don't need to remove the roof. And it works just fine. Again, you can see that
Any
ours
tips
is roofed.
for gathering components?
Always buy components. So we are trading often, and I'm going to send a trader out again. So here's our caravan hitching spot. I'm going to move that to be inside the pen. We're going to form caravan. I'm going to send out our trader, who is Rue. They're carrying the shock lance, which will help them against getting ambushed. We're going to trade away anything that we don't need.
I wonder if they'll ever patch the heater door cooling. I guess some might consider it a bit cheesy.
I mean, there's a lot of things that we're doing that are cheesy, but yeah, they might. And they did recently patch a lot of things. So we're getting rid of things that cause wealth to our colony that are not helping us. So this is a huge amount of excess rice. We're going to get rid of 500. And then I'm going to send the rest of the wood that we don't need. Or a maximum amount. Now they're going to go trade. And we're going to trade for components. So always buy components. Keep on buying them. Eventually I'm going to research advanced fabrication. This will allow us to make advanced components and components. So once we get that researched, then I need to prioritize getting steel, and we'll get deep drilling and ground penetration scanner, and then we can become self-sufficient. Yo, Mighty Mouse, thank you for the hydrate and welcome in. Hope you're doing well today.
Robert Michael 2526 says, loving these beginner guide videos. I am learning so much. Do you have a kill box guide video?
I don't yet, but if you watch any, so out there you'll see on YouTube there's a live tab, or you can even go to our playlist tab, and I try and do various kill boxes in each of our runs. There are so many Rimworld playthroughs out there. Just check them out and go to like the end of them, and then you can look at the end and see if there's a kill box that you like, and you better believe it, I explain the kill box in each of those playthroughs. But if you want me to show you some kill boxes, I've got this one that we're using right now. So this is a single shotgun tunnel kill box that we're going to turn into a double shotgun kill box at some point.
And then there's my standard kill box that I like to do that you can do with any weapon. And I'll just show you it here. So a standard kill box, start with a spot and put a couple walls like this. We're going to prevent them from building it. Basically your starting spot and go up 7 in either direction. And then you put a wall down 2 spaces away from each. Okay, now depending on your weapon, you're going to build this kill box out. So let's just take it for... Do I have a shotgun here? I don't. Let's act like this is a chain shotgun tunnel. I think the chain shotgun is like 15 or something like that. So we want to be able to shoot from 15 spots away. So they're behind here. They can all hit that spot. So I'm going to put walls on either side of that going like this. So you can do this for any weapon, you just increase this length, right? Then we're going to start building in like a little concave. So I go over 1 down, over 1 down. Same up here. So this is going to funnel them in here. And then you build some kind of little route into here, right? Oops. This is like your standard kill box. Okay, you've got this. They're going to be funneled into here. Your guys with chain shotguns are going to obliterate them. Now you also put in some barricades. Put a barricade in between each spot here. And that'll allow your pawns to hide behind the barricades. And so even if they come in and they start shooting at them, they'll be protected by the walls or the barricades. Now you want to prioritize putting your pawns behind the walls. That way they've got maximum protection. Like that. So the enemy gets funneled into here. One key component to this that I haven't shown you yet is you want to cause collision. So Rimworld has this thing that if a pawn comes running in, they can just run on top of each other and that can overwhelm your pawns shooting them. You can cause collision many ways. One of the easiest ways of causing collision is by putting an unpowered turret right in here. I don't have any turrets yet because we're still researching it. But this mini turret, you can stick a mini turret right in there and make it not powered. And that'll cause when the pawns come running here, only one pawn at a time can pass through this doorway and it will split them up. These little fences will cause them to stay split up and it will also reduce the speed at which they come in. They'll come in one at a time. And it's so strong.
Robert Michael 2526 says, don't enemies hide behind the wall now?
They do. They will hide behind the wall a little bit, but your guys are going to shoot and destroy them. They won't hide behind the wall until they get hit. So they'll be coming through here, and the guy will stand here and he'll get hit, and then he won't be able to hide behind the wall. They will start hiding behind the wall, and this will get blasted. Especially if you're using chain shotguns, the walls are going to get hit. So I would recommend doubling this up, tripling it up. Using strong materials, like as your game progresses, use plasteel. Like I build it usually with granite wall is the strongest stone type in the game. I build it with that, and then when it breaks later on in the game, I would replace it with uranium or plasteel. One thing that I like to add to this design too, and it will make it so that it will work against mechs, is at some point install doors here. And then you can have your pawns stand here as well. And they can blast in from this angle, but you can also put EMP chuckers right here. So the EMP guys will throw EMPs right here. The mechs will run in and they'll get stunned. As long as you have these doors open. And we're kind of doing something similar right here. So that's my plan right here. Is we'll have an EMP chucker come up here and toss EMPs. And I'd like to have a melee pawn so that he can stand here and defend the melee chuck or the EMP chucker. So we're working on that. But this kill box is very strong.
11 says, I hope the developers add shoot in prone position.
Well, so I guess my understanding of the developers in this game is they're trying to create a story generator. And I treat this game kind of like a RTS, a real-time strategy, since I don't ever pause either. I mean, I love the stories in this game, but I like the real-time strategy of it. So the chances of them adding in mechanics like that are probably pretty slim. Yeah, you're welcome, Robert Michael.
Robert
you're
Michael
welcome.
2526 says, "Thank you for this Daggeth. Really helpful."
Yep. And we're just keep in mind, this kill box can work for any design, and all it starts is off with this little T. So like if we wanted to change this to be assault rifles, we would figure out what the length of the assault rifle is and build it off of 31. So then we would just do the same thing here, but we would extend this out 31. We wanted to do it for submachine guns, you know, so we would extend that out and then just bring this out here.
iTone5109 says there are mods that make pawns have different firing stances.
Awesome, I love it. If you have the name of the mod, feel free to post the link of it in chat. That'd be awesome. So this would be like an assault rifle one, and you would just extend these walls out. And then what you can start doing is you can even throw in some turrets. And I don't have, again, I don't have them researched yet. But you can throw in some turrets like right here, and that'll help with the aggro that the pawns will come in shooting at the turrets instead of your pawns. And then if you want to try out a burn box, here's the link to the Forever Burn box. That one is fun because it will kill your enemies as long as they're not mechs. It'll kill them. And then so when I do one of those, I couple it. I usually make two. I'll have one that's my standard kill box, and then I'll have that burn box. We're researching. Oh, Rue, okay, Rue's still on the way. Whoa, we're getting ready for the marriage between build and craft. What do you guys think? Should we give these guys some names?
How is diagonal range calculated?
Diagonal range. That's a really good question. I'm not 100% sure. I just know this works. I know if you go up one and over, that these guys can hit there, and these guys can hit there. But sorry, I don't know necessarily the exact answer to that.
When I first played the game, I underestimated how important trading is.
So important. But yeah, these guys, if these were assault rifles, they could all stand here and hit that spot. Gun turrets, that's huge. All right, so gun turrets are going to enable us to survive a lot. So we're going to install some. We're going to put one over here on the back side. And this is to, we want just this to be able to ambush these guys. And then I'm going to put one in here. This is going to cause that collision that I was talking about. This is going to be to help survive against center pod drops. Someone was telling me there's another mod, like P Music, called D Music. Have any of you guys tried D Music before? I don't know if they're messing with me or not. I haven't looked into it yet. Caravans arrived.
I also got wiped from mechanoids, even though we had MP launchers.
There's still, it's not a... There is still a lot of technical stuff you have to do with EMPs, and if you watch me with EMPs, I'll often take the EMP chucker and we'll chuck them, but the mechs will start getting adaptation to it. So you don't want them to just keep on doing it over and over. You want them to do it, have your pawns target the one that they hit, stop the EMP chucker, and then do that. And then sometimes you got to move them away and then do it again. There's some finesse to it. but they help your survivability a lot. Okay, so things I want. Components, right? We want components.
Cheap's channel says thoughts on mortars.
Mortars are great. They're another tool to help keep your colony alive.
I thought it was an easy win if we got EMP launchers, and I was so wrong.
EMP launchers are actually... Oh, man.
Says the graph ship landed. And a cold snap happened, meaning they have no food source.
That's rough. I recommend EMP grenades over EMP launchers.
That's the link for the firing modes mod. It's based off of CE, but it's not a combat overhaul like CE.
Where did you post it? I don't see it. So I recommend EMP grenades over the EMP launcher.
And smoke launchers beat up a majority of clusters. If you have a centipede, who would be?
That voice thick. Nice choice. Yeah, so I don't recommend EMP launchers. EMP launchers are terrible accuracy. Or accurate-wise. Go with the grenades. These little guys right here. We have a heart chilling here. I should have sold that. That's not giving us any value. Do we have a pawn that has a problem with their heart? Nope.
iTone5109 says YouTube. I wonder if it doesn't pop up if I do on here.
No, YouTube works. Oh yeah, maybe it's blocked. Dang. I'll have to figure out how to unblock that. Yeah, build that turret. That's huge. This is huge for survivability now. Huge. All right, and we have not been doing a whole lot of pawn recruitment. I want to start heavily recruiting pawns. So the key to this turret is you want it to be unpowered, just like this. Now that'll cause collision. So when pawns come in here, they'll have to enter one at a time.
iTone5109 says, well, the name of the mod is Vanilla Fire Modes.
Perfect. Thank you so much, iTone. All right, we are researching, but we only have 2 people able to research. So before we go to multi-analyzer, I want to see if there's any other research on this side that we want. There sure is. Let's go. We'll do a lot. Let's do drug production. I want to get to Go Juice. All right, what are you guys fighting over? Build hurled invective about Vikinger's ambitions. All right, and one thing I want to do is we need 6 names. I want to get chat involved here. So if you want to be part of this colony, do !join right now. Like this. Or if you want a specific name, do !join your name here. And that'll create a tag. And we're going to pull for 6 names. So I do like using this mnemonic when I'm playing like the competitions, because then I know who's my build, who's my craft, who's my plant. But I think we can get some names in here. All right, go for it. Start it up, Linzar. We need 6.
Say when.
Cheap channel says, join.
And we're just going to do from right to left. Blood Orion. Thunder Crims, and he wants just thunder. Yo, the mark. All right, who's our Dr. S. Craft, bloodlust teetotaler jogger? Narver. Who's our build, supermune nimble nudist? Who gets to be the nudist in the colony? Weagles are nudists. Who is our pawn that we've been using for, of course? Who is our misandrous, jealous, kind pawn? Sit Stefan. Welcome in, dude.
Of course.
Buffalo. Who's Buffalo? Care for kittens. All right, cool. We'll get some more. Thank you, Linzar. Can someone please tend to blood? That'd be nice. Where's our doctor at? Sleeping. Hold on. No. Just give them regular tending. We're not wasting our medicine on bruises. Stream break. Food poison. Oh, you just got back from caravanning. Okay, I'm going to give you Rec. Thunder looks happy. I'm going to take away his Rec. Sit Stefan is trying to eat right now. But he's got... Oh, he did it. Yeah, go to sleep, dude. In your fancy bedroom. So he has jealous. Jealous makes it so that he wants to have the nicest bedroom of everyone. So their bedroom's awful. His bedroom's awful. Awful. But his bedroom is the least awful. So he's happy. And he's the least awful because we have a poor table in there and a normal chair. I love it. All right, we are going to do nothing else in this colony but research for now. So we have a psychic droner now coming in for our females. And so we're going to make sure that our females, if they get upset, are just going to be doing this biphasic schedule. So it's going to help them so that they can maintain not having breakdowns. So 2200 is 10 o'clock. So I'm going to break their day up into two. We call this the biphasic schedule. Essentially, they're going to max out their rec and their sleep twice a day. And that'll help keep their mood up. Blood is a male, but he's upset right now because he's in serious pain. He's been insulted. He's eating nutrient paste. He's got an awful bedroom. Man, you got problems. Once Stefan is over their food poison... Oh, corpse obsession. This is one of the best breaks for them to have. Look how bad their mood was. So there are some pretty bad things that they can do when it gets that low. We just had them do a corpse one. So all they're going to do is go dig up this corpse. They're going to throw it on a table. I'm going to move these guys away so they don't see it. Oh, where the heck are you taking it? He's taking it into his own bedroom.
5109 says, do you use any vanilla expanded mods?
I don't. He's taking it into his own bedroom. Beautiful. So I'm going to take our pawn that's probably the happiest right now and have him dispose of it. Alright, I don't want you guys to see him coming through with his corpse though. Perfect. So that's how you deal with that. So now he's going to have a little bit of upset because he buried a corpse right here. He doesn't even care. That's right. This is our bloodluster. He didn't even care. So if you have a psychopath or a bloodluster, you can have them go and put the corpse away. And he didn't even care. He observed a corpse. He put it on his own table. So special. Drug production. All right, so we're going to move to psychite. I'm going to stop them from making unlimited of this. We want 40. That's good for this colony. And we're going to start making drugs in here soon. Drugs him, guy. I love it. Today's high where I live is going to be 70 degrees. Free air condition today. Hey, look, it's on fire and we don't even care. So the way the game works is when there's fire out, it's going to try and send rain. And it is raining now. So oftentimes I'll even let things in my base burn because I know that. Let's check our home zone again. Everything looks good. As soon as we get some more research done, I'm going to start putting the whole zone in the home zone so that they clean things around them. But I'm not going to do that just yet. All right, he is over his breakdown. And now he has catharsis. So it's good to let your pawns have their breakdown if you can manage it. So he went and grabbed that corpse. If it was going to be detrimental to our colony, we could have arrested him. But we let him have his breakdown. We removed the pawns away from the area that he put the body, and then sent our bloodluster over there. And now everyone's super happy. Oh, animal plague. Hold on. Give him herbal meds. And I'm going to allow our doctors to start carrying around medicine. So you can carry herbal meds. And the same with Blood Orion. And I'm actually now, since we have a stockpile of herbal meds, I'm going to allow our pawns to get herbal medicine. And that'll help with the recovery times.
Thundercrim says hello, Dagoth. Hello, Dagjat.
Thundercrims, you made it into the colony. You're a quick sleeping bisexual nudist. Welcome in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Petrol Pete. We're getting raided. They're going to prepare. So anytime they're preparing like this is an opportunity for you to go and shoot at them. It is a little risky though.
Says the only thing accurate about my pawn is bisexual XD.
There you go. Not a quick sleeper. Join Lee. And you can put your name back in there if you want a Thundercrim's exclamation join. All right, we're going to... Who's their biggest threat?
Thundercrim says, join
I'm going to leave
Thunder.
Care for Kitten. You're starting to come after us, huh? Interesting. Back up. Back in. I don't like that guy shooting at us. Come out this way. I'm going to leave Care for at this door again. Keep that door open for us. Everyone else come back up. Shoot that guy.
Thundercrim says, did we get wrecked in the high mate run?
Yes.
What's the gimmick this time?
This is a beginner's like tutorial guide. So if anyone has questions, they can ask. I'm just kind of showing how the game works without any DLCs on. Get away from this guy shooting at us. I'm going to wait for him to retreat, and then we're going to blast him. Oh, he didn't retreat. Back up, back up. He retreated. Now we should be able to outrange this guy. Shoot Callie. Shoot Callie.
Thundercrim says, what killed us last run?
Let's see. What killed the high mates? Trying to remember. It was a breacher mech raid. And then we escaped. Come down here. We escaped the breacher mechs. All right, they're coming in. Let's back up. Oof, blood. Get in. Everyone in. Kill this guy. This guy's gonna come in. Separate. Let him go this way. Good job. All right. Shoot that guy.
Thundercrim says Breacher Mech Raid. Truly the biggest run ender of all time.
Oh, don't shoot that guy. That guy's got EMPs. We don't care about that. It was a double one, too. It was terrible. 2 centipedes. Back up. Shoot this guy next. Back up.
Thundercrim says get behind cover.
Yep, we're working on it. They're gonna come in and start stealing stuff probably. Shoot Molotov boy. This guy is a problem right there. Oh, back up. We don't need to get that guy shooting at us. Oh, get out of his range. All right, get out. So we're playing with a little bit of fire with our wealth being a little bit too high. It's fine. Wealth management. We're gonna ambush whoever comes out. Let's get this guy. He's got a chain shotgun. Shoot that guy.
Thundercrims says, you say that as the camera pans to the excessive amount of wood in the stockpile.
Yeah, we have too much. Agreed. That's something that we can get rid of.
How do you know when your wealth is too high?
When you get a raid that you can't handle.
Ratio?
Kind of. I'll show you it after this. Yeah, there's a lot of factors that cause raid wealth to go up. Oh man, that guy's tanky. Retreat. That guy is a tank. He's on Go Juice, I bet, too. Care, go. Go, no cares down. Stefan's down.
Thundercrim says we doing Devil Strand.
We're trying to. Right now we're trying to survive, my friend. Alright, they're starting to steal our people. Okay, he put down someone. So I need to get blood up first. Okay, they're going out here now. The people are... Oh no, you woke up. No! Stay down, dude. Don't wake up. Stay down. Let them carry you. The base is burning a little bit. That's fine. Care's got 4 hours. We're gonna patch Care as soon as we can. I'm gonna have Doctor do it.
Thundercrim says the blood loss. Check the blood loss.
Oh, we got it, buddy. Hang in there.
Thundercrim says, can carried pawns by the enemy be friendly fired?
I think so. If Care gets tended, we need to switch. Care is 3 hours. Man, it's going to be close. Four hours. All right, one more tend on them, and then I'm switching over to blood. Medical 2, medical 1. Tend. Come over here. Tend. You tend. Sits. Actually strip them first, just in case they wake up and they start bashing you. Tend. 6 hours for sits. No, you gotta tend yourself, dude. Oh, that's Weagle. Okay. Weagle's tending to sits. Blood has 3 hours. Care has 5. This is going to be close. I think we can do it, though. Base is burning down, but again, that's fine. We might even... So one of the strategies in this game, now that our wealth is so high, our base is destroyed, the wealth is going to stay up. One thing that we're going to do once if we can survive this, is we're going to leave the map. Sometimes you have to just leave the map and restart. But we get our research. Perfect. I think we're going to keep everyone alive. So you need to tend yourself.
Thundercrim says, drink some water.
This bedroom is good. All right, you're okay? I don't want us to have to deal with that. So that person did get up. Oh my goodness, I'm glad we stripped them of their clothes. All right, you're okay? Bring them in. We still have bloody, so we're not through this yet. But there's medicine that we can start using. We're going to assign everyone medicine.
Thundercrim says a mental break would be really bad right now.
Mm-hmm. Drink some water. What killed the high mates? They were high mates. That's what killed them, yeah, pretty much. Okay, so we're not rebuilding any of this stuff. We're going to plan on leaving. In fact, get out of there. I'm going to take this out of home zone. All that's off of home zone, good. Go get some food. Tend yourself, good. You're still not out of risk yet. You're coming in, good job, Weagle. We only have one doctor up right now.
In order to cancel every single one of that rebuild orders.
I can. Oh, dude, no. Come here. What the heck? You just left him in the fire. What a little punk. Weagle, why would you do that? That wasn't nice, Weagle. Tend. Jeez. Weagle, that was mean. Weagle just drops him in the fire.
Thundercrim says, literal murder attempt in action.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. We got everyone inside. We need to get rid of the rest of the blood here. Disease infection. All right, as long as it's not on our doctor. You need to go eat something, dude. Go eat. And
Thundercrim says ouch. Sad face.
Ouchies.
Join just to be downed.
Yep, pretty much. Join to be down. All right, we're going to get off of this tile real soon. Drugs, take drugs. Weagle, you need some tending.
Thundercrim says, is this Randy?
Do we have any Yayo? No, this is Cassandra. We don't have any Yayo. Do we have any Wake Up? No Wake Up. Do we have Go Juice? Nope. Do we have Flake? Yes. All right. We're going to give our doctor some Flake. Oh, you're a teetotaler. The worst. All right, Weagle, you're going to take some Flake. Don't get addicted.
Says, if it's Cass, then we can chill for a bit. As long as it's the
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. No, that was the first raid. Man, we got diseases coming in. Doctor, you got a doctor. If our doctor goes crazy right now, like, we are going to lose pawns. I need to assign other people to the doctor. That is, Weagle, I need you to give people food. Oh wait, this isn't an infection, is it? No, you're just tending them. We need to build some beds real fast too. So do I have anyone that can construct? Because beds will help with immunity. Weagle. All right, Weagle, build beds instead of doing that.
Thundercrim says I got up just to drink Psychi tea, lol. Literally me.
Heck yeah. Priorities. I need to give the doctor a bed. Good. Dude, you are just making more beds. Come here. One more bed, bud. You got this. And then I need someone to clean this room. Who can clean right now? Just Weagle. All right, clean.
Thundercrim says cancel all the other build orders.
Yeah, we're working on it. All right, everyone's immunity is much better. Strip this guy.
Thundercrim says, seems like we survived that, Jix.
Not yet. We're doing okay. Thing that can really mess us up right now is if our doctor gets an infection or has a breakdown. So we want our doctor, and he's doing good right now. We also want to start stockpiling all of our stuff. All right, we're not building those. I'm going to have everyone haul. Orders allow, except for the corpses. I want to keep everyone in compound. And we're going to keep the corpses there right now. I'm going to take home zone off of everything so that you're not rebuilding stuff. Because I don't care about that Weagle right now. I don't care about the cloth. Go do other stuff.
Can you explain the wealth raid ratio when you can come up for air?
Yeah, let's just pause real quick. We'll do it real fast. All right. So, in the game, we have a mod on right now that shows us how the raid points are calculated. So, if you're interested in this mod, it's called Visual Raid Points. But that raid that just came used 1495 raid points. And this is how they get to that. So they take your total tile wealth, so that was that wealth that we have on our tile, and they subtract from it our building wealth divided by 2. And so that was our total wealth right there that they used. They get points from that, raid points, 156 raid points. Then they count your pawns, your mechs, your zonable animals, and that gets you these raid points. So then we had this intermediate total right here. Next, they multiply some things. So the adaptation factor. So this is, did you have any deaths recently in your colony that would affect this? Have you not had a raid in a while? That would make it so it's greater. Then they multiply it by our threat scale. We're playing on 500% threat. So that's multiplied by 5. So they took that, multiplied it by nearly 1, nearly 5, and that gave us our raid points. This raid was a walk-in. Wait, no, this was the tribal raid. I'm not even looking at the most recent one. That's this one here. Okay, that wasn't a tribal.
Thundercrim says I have like 50k plus wealth in my current colony, but I'm on Strive to survive, so I am only getting 400 plus point raids.
Yeah, much smaller. So this was just a walk in and prepare, and so they didn't subtract anything from it. So we got the full raid size. And then they take and they give you raiders and they gear them up, and they, like, some of them came in with go juice on them. So just a little nuts. Stefan, welcome in, man. All right, guys, I don't need you to do any of that right now. We just need to haul. So I'm going to set haul 1. What I want to do is I want to get things that we're going to take with us off this map. Dude, go
Thank you
haul.
for the follow. It's Mestafon 3.
Can't haul? Oh, you're eating. Okay. So we're going to get everything gathered up, and then we're going to leave the map.
Thundercrim says components.
I want everyone in the biphasic. Yeah, we want to take components with us. We're going to take our animals. We'll take medicine. And we're going to leave. We want the drugs.
You! I got a Twitch, let us go.
Yo! Okay, so we are ready to go now. Thundercrins might have a breakdown. Maybe we should just wait a tiny bit longer. You're not a teetotaler.
Wood or bricks just to speed up making a little barracks.
I'm gonna have him smoke. This is dangerous. He's probably gonna get an addiction. He didn't. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. All right, I'm gonna take him off of haul because I want them doing tasks that they like to do, because that'll help with mood. So this is our biggest risk right here, is Blood Orion right now. And he's resting, so that's huge. If he can rest and get his mood up, we're going to leave the colony. One other thing I'm going to do...
Stefan, if you don't know.
It's me! Welcome in, dude. Yeah. I'm going to close this. If we get another raid that comes in, we're going to pop this pulsar.
Is that
I'm going to make a
tree
bunch of
that
graves.
people meditate by good for anything?
Yeah, it helps with sidecasting. That's how you get sidecasting powers with tribals.
So how does leaving help?
Leaving helps because our map is too much wealth on it right now, and we can't defend it. When we leave the map, we're going to basically reset us to really low wealth. And we need to find our assault rifles. There's one. There's another one. Care for kittens, go grab that one. Everyone bed rest. So right now our wealth is really high, and the raids that can come are gonna like wipe us out. Why did you not grab your weapon?
Got it.
So if Blood can get his mood up, we're gonna leave. We're low on food, super low. That's okay, we're gonna bring this with us too. Everyone can walk, so that's good. doctor, I need you up and tending to people. No one needs tending, okay. Let's go ahead and put some flooring in here, because that'll help with mood. And Weagle really likes to build.
Thundercrim says, should you dismantle the freezers for the components?
I don't really care. Like, we're going to get enough components. We just need to get off the map is the main important thing. Let's build flooring here and make this room bigger. And then we'll break this wall down.
You can never have too many components.
You can. Right now, we are going to get wealth from the components that we're bringing. I'd like to bring our advanced components. They're not really adding anything, but soon we're going to be able to get to the point where we're going to use them. Blood is still upset. Go get some food. You know what? Something that would help us quite a bit right now is a kitchen.
Thundercrims says blood has no weapons.
Let's make some meals real fast. Fueled
Shaw
stove.
says, how do you use psycasts? I never seem to be able to use them in combat.
Well, do you pause the game or not? Let's see. We go build that. And then let's load bills of meals. Fine meals and simple meals. No. And there we go. And we only have Thundercrims who can cook. Okay. So Thunder, you're going to come cook us some meals, dude.
Munpunshaw says, yes, I do.
Okay. So make sure you're pausing. And get your Psycast abilities. And take your time with it. Stun is one of my favorite Psycast abilities. Use that one a lot. The shield is really good at protecting your guys from getting hit by things. Alright, we need a table. And some chairs. And a light. Oh, we don't have any power though. We will build some stools. So these are things that will help with mood. We also need
Thundercrim
the...
says, apologies in advance for any food poisoning that may come.
You know, you're actually doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good. There's our tantrum. What are you going to destroy? Incendiary launcher. I hope it doesn't blow up in your face.
From meditating?
Perfect. That just reduced our wealth, and now they have a catharsis of 20. That was a huge tantrum. Care for kittens.
You must
Do you
be
get
getting close
psychastic?
to needing to
You
start
get.
work.
Yeah, I am getting a little close. You get close. So on your anima tree, you have to set up meditation spots around it. And then when it gets 20 grass growing around it, you can give a Psycast ability to one of your pawns. But yeah, we're going to have to pick up the rest of this tomorrow. Thundercrins is making meals. Weagle's building stuff for us. We need that table built so people can do recreation.
Thank you for the
Mood
follow.
is almost good.
Mr. Tomfulleriak.
Mr. Tomfoolery. Let's see if we can leave the map.
Fried rice.
Let's get off the map, guys. If we can get off the map, that'll be huge for us. So we're going to take everyone. We're going to bring our things that are going to add value for us. EMPs. Flak vests. I'm going to leave the gold behind. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, guys, you got this. Cheese. Cheese. Oh, man, you're upset. Come on, dude, make it. Make it. Oh, they're running past all these corpses, too. Okay, so here's some cheese. We made it off the map. We are going to rest our colonists above our base. If we can rest them above the base, then they cannot get ambushed. And we're going to let them get rid of all their bad moodles. And we're just going to chill above it. Rest.
Thank you for the follow Hattie Heal Soul.
So they'll be able to stay here. Even if a raid comes, it's going to be super small and they're just going to go after a base, whatever. We're going to rest here until the moods are a little bit better. We should be able to get some food too. We have no more health issues. Let's see, needs. If we go into sits, what's wrong with you, buddy?
Can you go back to the base and loot it later?
We could, but I'm probably just going to get rid of it. So you're sick, you don't feel well. You have intense pain, you ate raw food, dull barracks, slept in the heat, ate without a table. These moods are going to disappear. They can't have breakdowns while they're on the caravan. It will be disruptive to the colony.
map is surrounded by arid.
We're going to probably go right here.
Eating raw rice.
They'll be fine. So we're going to pick up tomorrow from here, or maybe later tonight if I feel up to streaming, but I do have to get off for work. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Oh, save it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. If you're on the YouTube, please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. The videos really helps. Really, really appreciate it. On Twitch, we're going to raid us out though. Give me 1 second to find a target.
Thundercrim says we're not going to settle on the stone roads because of wealth, right?
That's right. No stone roads. All right, guys.